1976 Dodge B300 van chassis in this case. I noticed some videos, guys are rebuilding these old B vans, and some people don't really understand it or really don't know what the basic components are. Since I kind of know my way around these old girls, I should anyway, no problem, I'll walk people through what these things have. Starting at the left front of the vehicle, battery. Most everything Dodge from mid-60s on is 12 volt negative ground, not counting diesels of course. Directly above it is the ECU, or engine control unit. This is the brain box for electronic ignition on these old girls, and that was the same from late 60s through to mid 80s, not counting things like lean burn or what have you. Standard ECU unit, interchangeable across the board, easy to part to swap out, keep one in the glove box. It dies, 5 minutes you're back on the road. Done that plenty of times. Beside it is the firewall bulkhead connector. Very common for these to have problems, melt and short, because the charging system does go through it. It's actually this big black lead right here. That's the charging lead. This one's not great, but it's still working. Very common for those to melt. Usually the charging lead, just bypass it and make it work through another way. There's ways to bypass Dodge charging systems. Look it up on the internet, you'll find it. It's not hard. This unit down here is a battery isolator. That's from this unit's previous life as a motorhome, not applicable to most other units. Up and above we have actuating rod, vacuum brake booster, brake master cylinder. This unit is a disc brake system. The difference between disc brake and drum brake is the size, primarily the size of the reservoirs. If it's drum brake, the reservoirs will be the same size. If it's disc brake, one reservoir will be much bigger. There's other internal differences, but that's just a quick visual reference to tell which is what. That silver component in behind is the voltage regulator. If that craps out, it does not have charging. Very easy to change out. However, if this dies out, odds are it could be the alternator taking it out if it's not just crappy components. You know, Chinese made stuff doesn't hold up very well. Again, very cheap. You can have them for 20 bucks Canadian. For Rock Auto, even less if you buy the really cheapy ones. 2 bolts, 1 connector, throw it in the glove box, you have a spare. In behind it, that component right there is known as a ballast resistor. That is also part of the electronic ignition system. If that fries or breaks or dies, again, you will not have engine running. Again, cheap component, under 10 bucks. You have another one in the glove box, easy to have and hang on to. Beside it, of course, is the wiper motor. Usually these are 2-speed wiper motors. The fancier ones did have a delay. Side note about these, Dorman and other companies offer what are wiper arm grommets. See if I can see it at all here. Not there, not there. Well, actually, maybe that one I can sort of see. Yeah, it doesn't want to focus. That plastic thing that doesn't want to focus. Come on. Anyway, there's several grommets. These Dodges over here. That's actually a good one right here. I can sort of see. Not really. Anyway, there's several plastic grommets in these. They are known to deteriorate, especially after 40 years. They're plastic or neoprene or whatever they are, Teflon or something. You can get them in packs of 2 for usually under 10 bucks. Have a few. You undo all these screws. The arms come off. The grill comes off. It's 15 minutes. You take it all apart. You get in there. You can get the grommets out, and you can replace the grommets. Just have the grommets warm. I wouldn't put WD-40 or oil in there because it's designed to be dry, but you can get them nice and warm, and they'll be soft to install. What else we got? Okay, yeah, down here, zoom in a bit more. That is the blower motor, heater box with heater core. This thing has AC, doesn't work, so I'm not going to worry about it. Air conditioner compressor, engine radiator overflow tank with radiator behind it, windshield washer bottle. Down below in the center of your view with that cap is the power steering pump. That's engine oil dipstick. And if I can remember where the transmission dipstick, oh yeah, you can't get it, it's at the back of this one, I forgot. Whatever. But yeah, that gives you a very quick, down and dirty what's what in these old girls. Like I said, ECU, voltage regulator, ballast resistor up behind. You keep those 3 components in. 95% of the time, that'll be what causes these old girls problems. You can swap them out with a very basic set of socket set and hand tools and keep yourself on the road with these old girls. Very simple to fix these old sweethearts. That's why I like them. Don't need a $5,000 scan tool to make them work again. But yeah, if people need to know more, I can always make more videos and say, hey, this is what is what. Anyway, see you around on the next one.